Bird Box is a new Netflix film that dropped over the Christmas weekend. It is a film that pulsates big dick energy because it's got Sandra Bullock as the main star. It's on that Christmas weekend. It covers sci-fi, drama and horror thriller type themes, so it should really appeal to a hell of a lot of people. So it should have, you know, positive reviews and good viewership figures, particularly as it's trying to leech off the success of films like A Quiet Place, or rather it would love to be compared to A Quiet Place, but really it should just be compared to The Happening, with maybe a bit of The Mist sprinkled in. There are other film elements from that type of genre that are also in there, but really they're the two main ones. The premise of the film is that Sandra Bullock is a pregnant lady who one day on a trip to the hospital with her sister have a scan on her unborn child, sees that there are riots breaking out all over the world, and when they get to the hospital the same thing happens there. People are just stopping, seeing something and then killing themselves. They don't know quite what is causing it, but it transpires that I won't say it's transpired because someone will say no, it's not confirmed. It's heavily implied that it's some sort of demonic force, sort of end of days thing that's making people kill themselves. And when they see this demonic force, which we only see represented as a gust of wind, their eyes change and they want to kill themselves. The only people who don't kill themselves are people who are already insane. The film is split over two timelines, one being in the present, one being in the past. The one in the past is telling sort of the first month or so of their reaction to the outbreak. This is essentially Sandra Bullock, John Malkovich, the chap from Predator, Trevante Rhodes, and some others trapped in a house, scared to go outside because they might see something, and it's just the abrasion of those characters against each other and her giving birth to her child. One weird thing about this is that we say demonic forces that can make you kill yourself, they can't go through a letterbox or open a door or a window or even smash through one. So that's strange. You just have to accept that. Now, the second time period is the one that they keep showing in all the adverts, which is her in the future with two children, presumably hers, with them blindfolded, trying to lead them down a river to an encampment where there's safe haven for them. It turns out the encampment is a school for the blind, so they're unaffected. Oh, how clever. The film is less than the sum of its parts. It's got a good cast. It's got a good premise even. I know that these sort of things along the vein of A Quiet Place and Don't Blink as well as another Netflix film that springs to mind, where you've got these sort of sensory premises. They're good because you can imagine yourself without your sight or without your hearing or without the ability to speak, etc., trapped in a situation. But this is just dull. It's too long. At 2 hours it's a slog. It should be 88 minutes. And I won't say it, no one's actively not trying. You don't see the actors looking bored like you do with Bruce Willis in a film or John Cusack in a film, but it's just meh. There's just nothing to it. It's had a bit of a build-up, so I did have some expectations. And obviously, when you see Sandra Bullock in something, you think she probably chooses her jobs quite carefully, particularly when it's a change of genre for her. But this was just meh. There's better films to watch that you can walk out. I mean, you're better off watching The Happening, to be honest. At least in that you've got a slight tongue-in-cheek vibe from it, and you've got Mark Wahlberg's performance to keep you entertained. And they change scenes, and it's just a bit better, to be fair. Bird Box was a big disappointment. I don't think it's worth wasting your time over unless you really like Sandra Bullock, because there are other better options to watch. Go watch The Mist. Much better film with Thomas Jane, not the Netflix series, which is a waste of 10 hours of your life. But yeah, The Mist or The Happening, if you want a film that covers these topics, just watch one of those.